There is a difference between good and scary movies and movies that systematically demean half the human race. There is a difference between movies which are violent but entertaining and movies that are gruesome and despicable. There is a difference between a horror movie and a freak show. And a good example of that is the fact that both of us gave favorable reviews to
Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D.
Now, there must be people asking, how could we praise a movie like that and now say these other movies are so terrible? It's got the same basic situation as all the women in danger movies have. There's a woman alone in a big house. She's being chased by a killer. But let's look at it first and then talk about some of the differences. Horror movie we both think is pretty good.
Very good.
But there's another much more important difference. Your basic sympathies are always enlisted on the side of the woman, not with the killer. The movie develops its women characters as independent, intelligent, spunky, and interesting people.
Yeah, you know, when I saw that scene, I must admit I wasn't really worrying about the woman as much as I've been thinking about that killer, how I would handle it.
Friday the 13th. Because 13 is an unlucky number. Because these are Jason's woods. And nobody leaves them alive. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D.
But it loves film and filmmaking. That music is just fabulous. The way he starts one theme and lays another thing on top of it, keeping the other theme. Really good.
Jason, you can't fight him. And now, you can't even keep him on the screen. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D.
This is a film that's sort of up. That scene is up and you're jumpy rather than getting depressed and feeling sorry and feeling sorry that you're even watching it. An upbeat thing.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JEFFMAN316. And tonight it's Let's Watch Movies, Friday the 13th, Part 3. And I already saw somebody comment. So in 3D, if you have it available in 3D, I do. But I don't think anybody wants to sit here and watch me for an hour and a half or longer wearing 3D glasses. But yeah, Rick was on here talking about, he said, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, too. I hope you're feeling better. Tonight, we watched Friday 13th, Part 3, starring Dana Kimmel, and I'll go ahead and I'll read through that later when I introduce it. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm watching in 3D. Yeah, it was Rick that said that. So I have the ability to watch it in 3D, but I'm not going to be watching it in 3D. Where are we watching it? Wherever you can find the movie. That's what we were talking about last year when Bizarro Supergirl said she wanted to watch it. She said everybody owned it. And anybody that's a Friday the 13th fan should. I've got it on VHS, DVD, 3D Blu-ray, regular Blu-ray. And then if they release it, I got it in Steelbook. If they release it on 4K, I'll buy it there too. So wherever you can watch it, it's streaming. I don't think it's streaming anywhere for free. And if it is, it's probably, that's the problem. That's why you need physical media. I don't know where Friday the 13th is streaming. Does anybody know if it's actually streaming online anywhere? You would think it would be on Paramount Plus because Paramount owns that one. Friday Part 3 streaming. It says if you have HBO one now, Max, Hulu, or Amazon, that you can watch it. It costs on YouTube, it costs on Vudu, costs on YouTube TV. So obviously Netflix doesn't have it. So 3 options there. If you don't own it, you can watch it on Max, Hulu, or Amazon Prime. Where is she? I don't know. She usually shows up late, just like all women. No, I'm just kidding. So Arturo says, hello, Jeff Man. Hey, what's going on? I appreciate you stopping by. Part 3 was cool. The first time we saw Jason with his hockey mask. Yeah, and there's a couple little bits about, we'll talk about that as we go. I haven't reviewed all of these movies on my channel. I haven't decided whether I want to start doing that or not. I'm not a huge fan of the first one. It's more of a whodunit type of thing. And once it gets going, I really love Part 2, which is why we watched that one. and I'm a huge fan of part 6. But I like 3 as well. There's parts in 3 I like and don't like, and that's what we'll talk about as we go. So, Doug, since you were asking, do you have it available? Are you watching it? Because I'm getting ready to start it probably in a minute or so. After I read the, as Rick's already posted in here, I'll go ahead and read through. I like reading what Internet Movie Database says about these things. Jason Voorhees, having barely survived a wound to his shoulder from his own machete, is back for revenge on all that visit his woods. A new group of friends come over to party at an area close to the campsite. This time, Jason will be stronger than ever, getting his hockey mask from one of those friends. Um, so it stars Dana Kimmel, which I like her as the final girl. I just don't like some of the story that she's trapped in. Tracy Savage, Richard Brooker, dons the Jason mask, and I like him as Jason. I'm just not as fond of the Jason look once he takes his mask off. Who else is in this thing? Richard Howard, David Cadams. I don't know who that is. Paul Kratka is in it. So yeah, I think. And then you're going to get some of Jenny here at the beginning. So either way. Yeah, Richard Brooker, I think everybody says that he's one of the better Jasons. So yeah, the movie was directed by Steve Miner. Victor Miller obviously helped create this character, and so did Sean S. Cunningham. So this is one of the movies that probably started the divide. You had one of them come up with a Jason character, and one of them come up with the Friday the 13th conflict, and that concept, and that started the conflict, and that's why we don't have a movie today, because they could not decide how to divvy up the profits. Two old farts sitting around making $0 other than merch, instead of making a movie that we could all enjoy. Mrs. Voorhees was supposed to be in part 2, wasn't she? Betsy Palmer, I thought she had another contract for part 2. I don't know, but you do get her head, so at least we get that. Have you done a movie room tour on your channel? No, I haven't. I was thinking about saving that. This is a really small room. I got so much stuff in here, I'd have to clean it up. And plus, I got all my YouTube lights and everything in here. I would was thinking about saving that in case I started a Patreon. Bacon Pew Pew. Hey, I watched your Friday the 13th, the 10 movies that they could have made. Well, I forget what you call it. If you want to like promote that in here, he just did an awesome video on his channel about Friday the 13th and like 10 movies that they were going to make but ended up not making, like a sequel to Jason X, as he was talking about in there. So I watched that today. So good job on your video there, man. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the banner. So like I said, this is JEFFMAN316. Let's talk movies. Friday the 13th, part 3, chat and watch along. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If anybody wants to send super chats, it's available, and there's my Cash App information. So once I'm getting ready to start this bad boy. Yeah, look at that. I thought of it at the same time. Sweet. That's mostly for people who watch it and that later. But either way. Yeah, he said thanks, man. 10 lost Friday the 13th films, reboots and sequels. Yeah, pretty. I wish they had done a reboot to, a sequel to the 2009 movie as well. So I'm going to be ready to go ahead and start this bad boy. It's about an hour and 35 minutes. I think this movie is pretty good. It's got a couple things in it that I'll talk about that I don't like as we go. I got the Scream Factory set, the Steelbook Friday 13 set, and the red snapper blue case of Friday 13 1 to 8-2. Yeah, I would have loved a 2009 sequel. So at least the good thing, I'm going to go ahead and start it. So if everybody's ready, this movie starts basically exactly at the end of the second one, other than you do not get the dream sequence of Jenny. As everybody knows, that if you're unaware, that's obviously a dream sequence, because it's the bearded Jason that busts through the window is not what Jason looks like unmasked. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and give you a countdown. We're going to start this bad boy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's get into Friday the 13th, part 3. And if you're watching it in 3D, I've watched it in 3D. It actually makes it a little more tolerable with some of those cheesy effects. And speak of the devil. Oops, clicked the wrong one. Bizarro Supergirl said, "Hey, we're just starting Friday 13th Part 3, which was her choice from last week." Let me get to a couple comments here. What do you think of my RVidis video? I tagged you in it on Facebook. RS Vits. I don't remember. What is that? Um, I watched the videos, whatever it was you sent. If anybody's not familiar with Doug, he loves Universal Monsters, so he does a lot of unboxings with that stuff, which is pretty cool. Fun fact, this wasn't supposed to be the story of part 3. Jenny was supposed to return, and it was supposed to take place in the hospital. Yeah, and then wasn't that the one that I've heard you and everybody talk about that it was too close to Halloween 2? I think it's silly for Jenny to be one of the best final girls, and then she shows up obviously here just in retread video footage, but then you never find out what happened to her, and she never gets her character never gets revisited. But I will say she shows up on the phone in one of the Friday the 13th fan films. They actually use her voice. I think it's Jason Rising. Yeah, it's the shirt company. Yep, he was talking about that if it would have been too close to Halloween 2 if it was her in the hospital. But I don't want Jason at this point. He's living in the woods. He's basically been a mountain man. I don't really wouldn't have really wanted him leaving Crystal Lake until he was a grown ass man, as they say. I like Sackhead Jason. Hey Bacon, there's a video I was thinking about, and I haven't really thought about in depth, but I was just being funny. What are some killers like mountain men killers that wear coveralls in their films? So you got Jason here. You obviously got Victor Crowley. Is there any other ones where it would you got a killer run around and coveralls, whatever you want to call them? Mother is talking to you. Did they get Betsy Palmer to come back and film any of that? Her face looks a little fatter. Thanks. I thought it'd be funny. I was watching Gator McCluskey. You know, he's been on here, a supporter of my channel. He posted his new video of the part 8 of the Burt Reynolds story. He does a thing like Siskel and Ebert shitty Burt Reynolds film reviews, and I like to do one or the other. I could not find a review that Siskel and Ebert did of part 3, so I did the opposite. I picked a review. They did a favorable review of a horror movie, and I pretended like they were talking about this one. Still haven't seen anyone do an unboxing of the horror box. No, I don't think I have either. This is when the makeshift. This is like a makeshift fort, like you'd make in your own woods and behind your house here that he's living in. So, like, you never find out what happened to her or Paul. Saw the Blob last night on DVD. I still haven't opened my Steelbook. Yeah, I heard the 4K transfer was really good too. That's why I went ahead and bought that. If you saw my movie hunt, I think that movie's very underrated. Like, it's pretty much a remake, obviously, of the original Blob, which is very dated. But I love the fact that it's got Shawnee Smith from Saw fame in it. Kevin Dillon, the Dillon that I don't Dillon brother that I don't really like. He said, "What's up, Bizarro and Doug?" That's kind of silly because that's what we were saying earlier. That's another reason I like physical media, man. You cannot find these movies. They bar hop all over the services. But like we were saying earlier, it said this one was on Max. I think it's on Prime. But Jason X is a New Line was the part of the New Line deal. Why would that be on Paramount Plus? That's weird. Paramount owns the rest of the other ones. You would think they would, to sell the Paramount Plus streaming service, that they would keep Friday the 13th and their other properties exclusive to their own streaming service. Yeah, Kevin Dillon with a mullet. That motherfucker had a mullet basically in everything he did. I would say this with Pet Cemetery Bloodlines. I did not like. Oh wait a minute! You get ready to get the best, one of the best parts of this movie. This fucking boogie theme here. That looks pretty cool in 3D. I remember when I watched it. Hey Rick, is it smashing you in the face? It's basically the same, almost same way that they did Superman back in the day. I'm surprised Superman 3 wasn't in 3D. What's up? You were talking about, so while we're listening to the boogie music here, I went into Pet Cemetery Bloodlines with very low expectations. I love the first Pet Cemetery. I don't really think the second one is that bad. I just don't like Edward Furlong, man. That guy sucks as an actor. Um, his line delivery in Terminator 2 almost ruins that movie. If the whole rest of that movie wasn't badass, that that movie would be horrible with him doing most of the acting in it. But either way, uh, I was not really looking forward to it. I was glad it was streaming only, but I watched it. It was way better than I was expecting. Like I said, I'm not going to say it was great, but it was pretty decent. I kind of liked it. I liked the concept of um, when somebody was bit and somebody trying to incorporate them back into society, how that went. Oh, and speaking of Blood and Honey, for a movie that costs like $100,000 to make, I think that movie gets way too much shit. It's way better than people give it credit for. It's not good. It's not supposed to be that good. It's schlock B movie cheese. Everybody's still doing pleasantries. What's up? I'm glad you stopped by, Bizarro. You take the room up a notch with all us dudes up in here. So, if you pay really close attention here, I don't remember exactly where it is through this part. You're going to see Jason standing in the background between these sheets, and he basically looks exactly like he does at the end of the movie with that his mongoloid face with no hair on his head or his no whoa, it's a stick getting ready to hit me in the face. His mongoloid face with no beard. So that proves that basically everything at the end of part 2 was a dream. I used to argue with people back in the day that end was a dream, and they would say no, it wasn't. I'm like, so what did you? This is literally right after it happened. So what did Jason do? Like go into the woods and shave? Where would he get the razor? You're gonna see how 2 would be. Well, it's about a bigger budget. I think it might be is it $1 million or $500,000? It's gonna have Tigger in it. It's gonna have Owl in it. I think it might have Bunny in it, whatever his name is. Oh, the TV antenna would be in 3D. It's kind of like did they show that was literally the scene of them loading her in. So she was yelling for Paul in the movie when that happened. Do women still use these? There he is right there. Did you see him? So he's got no hair on his head, no beard. So that's the way Jason looked under the sack, and I guess he stole those clothes. Yeah, he brought up a couple that I knew because I was really hoping that after that turd of a movie with Jason Goes to Hell that they would at least go on with the Deadite concept and have him maybe fight Ash. Yeah, Doug was the Invisible Man. You know, maybe I'd have got a few more views or people if I had have done this in 3D. I should have worn my 3D glasses. The cool concept that with my TV, I got the Vizio. I could have done the Blu-ray in either the red, blue, or I could have done it in whatever the other one's called, like Real 3D that doesn't use red, blue. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna watch next week. We'll be on the 28th for a costume party. That's cool. We're dressing up at work, and the managers and me, the president, we're gonna dress as referees. So we're gonna officiate the costume contest. You know, one of the things I like um, is when new people find the channel and I start chatting with them in the comments and stuff. Um, I had somebody was asking me, you know, I did that thing about the physical media and Best Buy updates. They told me that they would like for me to do a video of why I collect, even though I've done several of them. I guess I can go ahead and get some more views. I've done so many videos on my channel. A lot of people don't want to, I guess, look through the movie hunts and stuff. That's cool. They're doing a show here soon, and the tickets that are left are too expensive. If I was considering going, now that they're giving LA Night a push, but um, I'm not paying the astronomical prices for that stuff for those tickets. But I would like to support him.
Yeah.
That was his NXT, yeah. Then I got this.
Yeah.
I used to go to like every one that like in the 90s and 2000s, every show that came around here I went. I forget. This guy dude, I don't need to hear him shitting. Friday the 13th, is this the only horror series that have people getting killed in the shitter?
Yeah.
I want to see Batman from the Flash, but you want it to be Batman from the Flash. My Spirit Halloween didn't get the costume. Closed stores like 2 states away, and they don't ship online. Well, that sucks, man. Here's something nasty. Didn't we hear that guy shitting? Like, wasn't it making noise? And then he hears a noise and just gets up, and he didn't wipe or anything. What's going on with that? I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, dude. Boy, you got up. You should at least did one courtesy wipe.
Yeah.
I was watching a video that somebody posted. It was talking about some woman who said that she stopped wiping and then said that she built a big litter box for herself. Here it comes. He's getting ready to get it. Whack. Would that kill you instantly? He got hit in the sternum. Like, isn't that like one of the thickest bones in the body? Can take all that pressure. Would him getting hit in the sternum like that? He got hit right in the middle of the chest. He's like, man, the paramedics gonna show up and they're gonna find me and laying here dead in my shitty drawers. Harold. Hold on one second. Yeah, there's a big rat there. Do women still wear their hair in curlers like that? Thank you. She took a needle to the face. To the face. Look, I got the baseball bat. They're trying every little 3D technique. Hey, look who showed up. The movie star himself, Cody, showed up in the house. What's up, Cody? Tried on a standard Batman costume from Batman vs Superman and wouldn't go up over my shoulders. They didn't have XL. So I figured you can't go with you can't go wrong with Invisible Man. This dumbass coming up behind him here. You know, and when I watched this when I was younger, I didn't pay any attention, but once I watched it later and realized that girl back there is pregnant, the one that's with this dude, it's kind of fucked up. They like let a pregnant chick die in this. Superman 3D would have been awesome. Isn't Man of Steel in there a 3D release of that? Yeah, if you want the good costumes, you either got to do like Bizarro and make them, or you got to you got to buy them early. Yeah, those old ass curlers, man. Does anybody even use those anymore? We come to pick up Chris. I think it's Dana Kimmel's pretty hot. I think she's hotter than that other girl. I think that other girl, these two girls are supposed to be the hot ones, and I think the main girl is hotter than her. You handsome devil. How's Cody been? Oh, look. Here's your Cheech and Chong scene here. But Cheech is a woman. So, other than for the drug hookup, these are supposed to be late teens, even though they're played by 25-year-old people. Why would they have those old farts in the back smoking doobies? Well, and hitting that bong. Like, what in the world's going on here? That didn't that do like 40? Snapping necks and cashing checks. Limousine riding. Yeah, Tracy Savage, I think it was her name, was hot too. Dana Kimmel too. Oh man, give me that 3D hit. He's like, I got anal beads and plugs and all kinds of toys in here. Just you wait until we get to the cabin. It's funny, man. They're trying to eat the pot. Get rid of that herb. Faster, faster. Guess I'm just not hungry. Pull over, man. I can't pull over any farther. You know what that's from? Doug, so you went from being off from work, now you got to work over every week. I mean, every day. I can't pull over any further. Different movie or same movie? Or is this the cheerleader one? The guy, the prankster, was a cool character. Yeah, it is pretty good in 3D. Hold on a second. I want to give you a special guest star here. That's my hamster. You want to watch Friday 13th with me? Look at her. She's watching it. What you doing? You gonna watch it? That's the mascot of the channel. And here's Dr. Loomis after he had went on a bender like in that with that old man driving in the truck. He laid there and turned to Rip Van Winkle. Oh, look, adorbs. The snozberries taste like snozberries. Yep. You know, my setting it didn't even come. It got to the local post office, said it was there for delivery yesterday, and then it's still sitting there. They didn't deliver it. Post office sucks. So I guess I'll get mine tomorrow. And boards are just loose, man. When you doing the cheerleader one? Like Jason would be wearing that plaid shirt, flannel, or whatever there. Hey, movie star, you should get me some autographs. Oh, okay, January. I don't know, man. I mean, you literally have to not. I know you don't want to lie, but you just have to basically say when you opened it, that's the way it was. But they're sold out, from what I understand. I mean, how are they going to exchange it? Same thing everybody was talking about on my video about Steelbook. If you pre-order from Best Buy and it's damaged, 90% of the time you can't. You just get a refund. You can't do anything about it because there's no way to exchange it because it's out of stock. Here's old Rick trying to get some bootay. Is it me? Or is this Dana Kimmel? She seemed like she was too too high of a class of actor to be in this trash. Like she shouldn't be in this. Has she done anything after this? I need to look her up. They wore so much makeup, the girls in part 3, but they look good. Yeah, I know. Dana Kimmel, she's one of those natural beauties. Like I think she looked, even though it's the 80s, she doesn't have full blown 80s hair. She's like, "Can you slow down a little? I didn't need your tongue down my throat." She's like, "You won't think I weigh too much when I'm riding you later." Man, that was back in the day. Those vans had shag carpet all up on it. Can you imagine how you'll never get that pot smell out of that van? Am I excited about the return of TNA? I don't know. It depends. I mean, maybe. I would rather watch TNA than AEW right now at this point. I feel like it was a lost opportunity. They should have done more with that barn. Is it available in the is it a you mean Orbit? Orbits, in that Orbits the gum? Isn't it available? Is that the Arrow US site or is it available in the Arrow UK site? No, I already had that. I got it back in the day when it came out. Paid like I got it. I don't. I got it from Best Buy for like 70. That's the regular box. It doesn't come with the thick box with the cover or the book or anything inside. So I mean, it's still a good deal. But no, I didn't. I didn't get it again because I didn't want to try to just flip it later since I already owned the regular one. Bianca Belair return hopefully next year. Jade Cargill versus Bianca. If not, it'll be her versus Bianca versus Charlotte. Now, how old is this dude? Isn't he like 30? Yeah. Did y'all check out Bailey and her nice ass and them leather shorts she had on? Has she ever wore shorts on TV before? Well, it depends on what show she's on. So you don't know what show she's gonna be on. Dude, Nia Jax sucks. She's in that women's fatal five way, right? Yeah, Tiffany, I think they're gonna wait right now. They got way too many. I wouldn't be surprised if Tiffany didn't show up in the Rumble. Wouldn't be surprised if she didn't win it. Bite your tongue. Dude, no, I'm not. Okay, you and I agree on almost everything. And like you, I like Bailey. I just don't like her quite as much as you do. I think she's a really good wrestler, and man, her body. But Nia Jax is hot steaming dookie, man. Why do you like Nia Jax? Three reasons why I should like Nia Jax. Go. I want to hear about it. You got to convince me. Um, Me thinking about Nia Jax.
That is one big pile of shit.
Every one of her matches. Your keyboard doesn't like Diabolique. Yeah, I know. That's about the only good thing that Nia ever did was create the man. That's fine, but that's more of a a direct result. But it's not because Nia herself was any good. It was like an accident. 40-year-old cougar. It's a female, and we named my son named her Mink, Mink, like a because she's got such a big long coat on her. When you look over behind, it looks like she's got a mink coat on. I think it was my son or wife, either one. Nia Jax versus Dewdrop or Piper Niven. Well, I would root for Dewdrop. Yeah, Diabolique DVD. Do they have it in stock? I would still complain. I mean, what are they going to do? All they got to do is say no. I thought it was funny that Doug and I asked the Diabolique DVD. Well, at least I did. When was my Hellraiser box going to ship? And she said next week, which would have been this coming week. And then the morning that I asked them, later that day, I got a shipping notice. Bailey is God's gift to wrestling. Yeah, she's pretty good. I mean, I would root for her over anybody like Charlotte and probably like half the roster. Naya's not. You still haven't named one reason why. Naya is garbage, dude. Yeah, Bailey's got that junk in the trunk. The Friday 13th boogie theme is playing in the background. These people look at these people here that are showing up. These bikers are they're no older than the half the people that showed up in their group. Is this your rubber? Everybody be cool. You be cool. You know what that's from? Asking her to call her ma'am. She's like, I'm the same age as you, bitch. No, sold out where I got a Diabolique DVD, and they said they haven't received The Exorcist yet. Yeah, if you look, they posted an update saying that there was a delay. I think was it with The Exorcist that some people may start getting them shipped out next week. Um, Bailey. Shit, I can't type. I was trying to see if there's any pictures of Bailey from SmackDown. Couldn't find any. Is AJ Styles coming back? Do you think the LWO are going to turn on Rey Mysterio now that Carlito is back? I'd say yeah. Yeah, eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do it soon. Like Logan Paul will probably win the fucking US title at Crown Jewel. I was telling somebody today, I can't stand Logan Paul. Everything he does seems so rehearsed. His promos seem rehearsed, like over rehearsed. He wants to try to be perfect, and his matches are so rehearsed. They're decent, but Dana Kimmel was a family-oriented type actress for the most part. Yeah, I know. Um, did she do anything after this? I was gonna look. How you like that movie glass there in that car? Like anything would break like that easy. That glass broke easier than glass in a Camp Blood movie. I can't believe I read what I just read without putting it on the screen. Carlito needs to beat Roman. I would rather LA Knight beat Roman. Well, arrogant, full of shit. They wanted you to feel that way because that's what his character is. But to me, like I said, he practices everything in wrestling. You need to seem kind of natural and let it flow. So he's like, I like for you to ride my yo-yo. That's what she's gonna tell him later. You better watch out for that thing. No, I'm just talking about the way the glass break. Dude, glass windshields do not break like that. I mean, it would probably break his hand. Even with the chain on it, it would have just put like a spider web type crack in the middle. It wouldn't have shattered like that. Wouldn't be surprised if Dominic reunites with Ray after he gets kicked out of Judgment Day if that happens versus LWO. That'll be a while though. I predict Logan will probably beat Ray for the U.S. title, and then eventually The LWO is going to turn on Ray, and like I said, the whole group will probably be bad with Carlito leading them and not Ray. Dude, glass has been the same since they've been making cars. That's only like Hollywood glass right there, man, that breaks like that. Real glass in cars never breaks that way. How many different medias? Probably should have asked me that about Jaws because I don't have my Halloween laser disc anymore. The one thing I never had was a beta machine, so I don't have any of them on beta. So I don't have them on that many medias. I mean, I got a bunch of different DVDs, a bunch of different Blu-rays, a bunch of different VHS. I got the TV cut and the regular cut on VHS, the original media tapes, and then I got the 4Ks, obviously the steel books. Jaws is the one I got the most of. Jaws, I got the RCA video disc. It looks like a record. I've got my collector's edition laser disc. I've got a bunch of different VHS, the regular, the widescreen. I've got DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K, steel books. I don't know whether the Volkswagen was paid for. Did you what? Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Doug got his. Mine is that sitting at my local post office. Said it was Saturday morning and they didn't deliver it for some reason. I know the first two movies will look good. I'm interested to see what 3 and 4, how they'll look in 4K. So the bikers showed up at the farm here and they're trying to figure out how they're going to scare them. They're siphoning their gas. Anybody here ever actually siphoned gas out of a vehicle using a hose before? I saw a picture of her recently. Let's see if I can find something where she actually looks pretty cute. I don't know how recent this picture is, but it's not that long ago. She's definitely MILF material. So let's look and see what she did after this. Hey, she was in an episode of Bosom Buddies. Does anybody know what Bosom Buddies is? She was in an episode of Happy Days. So she was in the horror movie. I remember this now, Sweet 16. I own that. The year after this, she was in the TV show Fame. She was in the TV show Alice. She was in a Lone Wolf McQuade. Her name's Sally McQuade, so she must have played his daughter. I don't remember that. She did a lot of TV shows. TJ Hooker, A-Team, Heart to Heart, Days of Our Lives, Different Strokes, Dynasty, Hotel, holy shit, Young and the Restless, Hunter. I love Hunter. Played in a movie called Night Angel, was the last thing she did in 1990. So there is your history of Dana Kimmel, after she was on in Friday the 13th, Part 3. I'm on. The black biker chick is in the barn. She's walking around now. She's getting ready to go up the ladder and some hay fell on her. What part are you on? Yeah, she still looks good for an older lady. Yep. Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. They were both couldn't find anywhere to live affordable, so they moved into an apartment complex that was only like affordable living for females. So they dressed like females so they could live in the apartment. Do you remember the blonde that was in that show? the famous blonde. It's only two seasons of Bosom Buddies. So if you could get that one set that I got that's got both of them, both seasons in it, it's well worth getting. But the female that was in uh know what movie that is? Spies Like Us. Donna Dixon, hot chick from the '80s. She was the main blonde. This is her now. She's married to Dan Aykroyd. She met him during Doctor Detroit. Does anybody know Doctor Detroit? I haven't watched it yet. I want to, but it's too much Walking Dead, dude. That show should have died when the series ended. Now I gotta watch that Rick Michonne shit when it comes on. Yeah, she was good. She was one of those where she was. Everybody thought she was a ditzy blonde, but she always played like she was intelligent. Kind of like Lonnie Anderson, where she played the ditzy blonde, but then when the push come to shove, she was always very intelligent. I'll never let anybody get anything over on her. My man just got the pitchfork through the body. You lazy ass, just put the things down. Come on, man. Yeah, I know. It comes on the beginning of the year, right? The Michonne one. Is that in January or February? I think that actor that played Rick 100% regrets leaving the Walking Dead series. I got to pause it for you to catch up. I started before I came on just in case you did before I got here. My man is getting ready to fight Jason. He's getting ready. There he goes. Jason fell out of the top of the barn. He's coming after him with the machete. So this is where Jason gets the machete. Jason knocked his ass out with one punch. He's hacking his arm off. Well, and like, why would Jason thought that would have killed him just cutting somebody's arm off? Yeah, how many episodes was that? Was it only 6? I figured I'd watch them all at once, like on a Sunday. He said, "How about I roll in the hay?" You remember a movie where it had a blonde in it, and she was like, "Roll, roll, roll in the hay." Where's that water coming from? Saw X was interesting. I was rooting for Tobin Bell, Jigsaw, and Shawnee Smith. The blonde scam artist was a real bad guy. I saw the movie finally. Yeah, did you watch my review? That's kind of what I said. It's almost like they made you have sympathy for the devil in that one because that damn um, woman, the doctor, quote unquote doctor, was a worse than he was. Interesting to see where they go from it now. Are they going to do a direct sequel to that? They should. Yeah, I'll watch it. I figured it was only 6 episodes, what I heard. So they had to find 2 actors that could juggle. I used to try to juggle. I never was good at it. That's exciting for them. Yeah, I know. But technically, the all the traps are supposed to be that you could survive. The worst was, dude, that was pretty damn gruesome when the woman with her sawing her own damn leg off. That one was pretty gruesome to me. Yeah, I know. I bought that and watched that on the Blu-ray. Yeah, that one girl having to saw her own leg off, man. I don't know if I could do that. It's not going to be long where we're getting ready to get introduced to Jason and he's going to get the mask. Sure. Hey, speaking of Friday the 13th, somebody answered about talked about my Big Lots hunt that I just posted. Said that they were bought part one. It was going to go buy part 1 and 2 for $10, and then they would have had 20% coupon. They were waiting in line, and they saw another standee when they went over. They had Friday the 13th, the 8 movie collection for $20, and they used their coupon and got it for 16. So I left with that, and then he finally owns them all. So I mean, if you don't have any other way to get them, that's a cheap way to get the Paramount ones. So I'm seeing an uptick in some of the viewing on my videos, so hopefully that's a good trend. Yeah, she got her head chopped off too. Yep, we're almost to the best scene. Yeah, this girl's explaining fucking to this boy, to her boyfriend. Is this? I can't remember. Is this the girl that almost shows nudity, and then if you got the full frame version, you might see a little bit of nipple, and then if you got the widescreen version, you don't. I can't remember, but yeah, the if you have a Big Lots in your area that has any movies whatsoever, it's good to sign up for that rewards thing because my wife and I go in there a lot of times before we go into a movie or something, and we'll buy other things. I mean, grocery items or whatever. And if you use the rewards, you're eventually going to get a 5 off 15. And then they have 20% off coupons all the time. Like that was a random one that just they emailed it to me. So I went in there and found some decent movies and I was able to stack the coupons. So watch that video and you'll see some stuff. I was planning on doing it just as a short, but I forgot. A lot of times I get some decent traffic on my Big Lots video, so I wanted people to see it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I waited until I bought the Blu-ray and I watched that. So I like Dead City. It's so good, but I like Negan. He's one of my favorite characters on that. So this is the one part I was telling you at the beginning, if anybody caught the beginning of this, that I really like Friday 13th Part 3 for most of the reasons everybody does. I like uh Brooker as the Jason. He's good once he gets the mask. I don't particularly like him. Until then, they don't show him much, but I don't like him without the mask. I don't like the look of him, and I don't like this shit here. This backstory of how the main girl, the final girl, ran into Jason. Because here's the problem that I've got. Two problems with it. Number one, how long ago was this story? Because she acts like it happened a couple years before, and if that's the case, when she encounters him in the past and he basically tries to sexual assault her, look, they're going to show him. see his look? Like, he's not wearing his coveralls and he's not wearing his sack. He's basically looks almost like what he's wearing in this movie. So what the hell happened with that? Number two, just the concept of him attacking her without trying to kill her. I don't like that at all. This backstory is hot dookie. This is the one part I don't like about it. Yeah, I think I remember getting a Loot crate, Walking Dead crate, but it didn't have a shirt in it. Daryl Dixon is the character with the crossbow. He's the one of the characters on the show that was not in the comic at all. So he's the good guy. Negan is the bad guy that was running a totally other group of people that basically led by a fear. And anytime that he took over another group or whatever, and if they pushed back, he would always sacrifice one of them. So Negan was the one that bashed Abraham and shit, what was the Asian guy? Bashed him in the head, bashed their brains in. Yeah, why do you do these stupid things, Shelly? I don't trust dudes named Shelly. It's Negan. It's Negan. I think is how you spell it. But yeah, I don't need that whole backstory of her getting like almost sexual assaulted by Jason. Plus, like, he wouldn't have looked like that. If it was in the past, he would have had his coveralls and his flannel and his sack on his head. Yeah, 2 years ago, Jason wouldn't have looked that way. And if he did, why would he randomly like put the sack on his head in part 2? Plus, this is supposed to be like right before it. So Jason would have been even younger. He wouldn't have even looked like that. I just, it's continuity shit that pisses me off like that. You can't stand 1 hour TV shows? What's going on? You wouldn't have liked Sopranos back in the day. Yeah, I know. It's just stupid. This is that you say that, but the first 3 movies are literally supposed to be happening the first 4 movies are literally supposed to be happening pretty close to each other. 5 would have had the first time jump because Tommy isn't a kid anymore. He's hey, another dude taking a shit. Should we drink something every time somebody's taking a shit? Or is he just going out there to smoke? Hopefully he'll wipe. That other guy didn't wipe. Negan sluggers. That's funny. Oh, so he didn't even get to drop his deuce. Jason was rattling on the walls. "2016. Shelly, you bastard. I like the music in part 3. It's got some of the better music of the series. Jason's always just creeping around. Running into his cougar girlfriend. Hey man, I've had a good uptick in subscribers in the last 2 weeks. Well, in the last month, 28 days, I've gotten 79. So we're how many away? 69 away, subscribers away from me doing the giveaway I told you guys I would do. Hey, what's up, Optimus Prime? Appreciate you coming by. Like the video if you didn't when you come in the door. Harry Manfredini, the creator of Jason Sound, I think he's still alive. Yeah, as far as I know, he is, because I know somebody was at a convention last year and got him to sign. I've got a couple of the vinyls. I think I got the Friday the 13th, the one that matched that Steelbook I got, which is the reason I got it. I know they sold a set of that, but I already had this. soundtrack. I think I've got part vinyl of part 5, and then it's one other one. I think I've got 3. Well, I'm not a big shot. You're a big shot. It's only because I got big shots like you. I'll have to interview you on the channel once you start doing all these movies. You know, I give this woman credit. She doesn't have those 80s high ass jeans on, man. She just got regular stonewashed jeans there. I give her credit. I hated those high ass jeans women wore in the 80s. Yeah, somebody else commented thinking that it might be could be the last Black Friday we have with Best Buy selling movies. So that's what I was wondering. How are they going to get rid of all those movies in the store? Or will we have Dollar Tree videos next year because Dollar Tree is going to pile up full of movies? Well, here's where Shelley has got his harpoon gun. Why he would have a real fucking harpoon gun, I don't know. And his she's like, I like you other than that kinky curly hairdo you got. Here it comes. This is the scene. This is where Jason gets his mask. They did? I didn't know that. We got to decide what we're going to watch next week. It technically would be past Halloween. I mean, it would be the only stream around Halloween. So are we going to watch the first Halloween, which everybody should own? Or are we going to watch the Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween? It had Freddy Chopsticks, Camp Crystal Lake banner, Leatherface plush, Halloween pin, a book called Regrettable Supervillains Negan shirt, cutout mask of a zombie from Walking Dead. You know, I might have that. I didn't remember the Negan shirt though. Now that you said that though, maybe it's because I was skinnier then and I can't wear it now. I gotta lose some fucking weight. Sad Best Buy is gonna look so empty without physical media. It's gonna be weird. I read an article today that said Walmart's gonna scale back and possibly stop selling physical copies of games. Wait till you hear my horror pack rant on the note I got from them. I'm still, as long as you can buy, I'm still going to promote physical media. I just, having the world in digital format doesn't work unless you've got people that have a stake in the movies controlling them. With people like Disney being able to edit movies that you watch at any moment, which they've done, you kind of need a historical record. Somebody's got to keep that shit like physical, man. Plus, I was looking for a movie for free without commercials last night when I was doing my 31 Days of Horror when I picked that 13 Sins. And you can't watch it anywhere other than Tubi, and it's got commercials. So if I want to watch a commercial free, you can't. You have to. It's not even available that I saw on most streaming services. So I'd have to. I'd had to buy it anyway. Did Jason do something bad to Dana Kibble? They don't show. Well, they don't. They hint that she thinks that she passed out and woke up after he attacked her. They hint that he was trying to sexually assault her. He didn't kill her. You vote Rob Zombie's Halloween. Oops, I dropped your wallet. Yeah. That rubber in it, man. You got to get that condom. Here he comes. Well, there's plenty of 3D moments. You mean the only 3D moment with Jason? This is pretty gnarly kill right here. I got your rubber. We're not going to fuck, but I got the rubber. I like how he puts his arm up on there to brace it and aim. Boom. In in the face. And then he's just like, fuck it. That I love that right there. Just him casually, nonchalantly walking off. Yep. I got your rubbers. They needed them. Got a bunch of feet bouncing around here. So these movies went from one has like little to no nudity in it that I remember. Two has like one only had the one scene, but it was pretty much one of the more iconic Friday the 13th nude scenes. Then you got this one who basically has nothing. This movie's pretty damn tame for a Friday the 13th movie. And then you go to 4 and 5, which have some of the biggest nude scenes of the movies and just are kind of raunchy. See right there in widescreen, you don't really see anything in the shower. I think in full screen you see a little more. Same with Beverly D'Angelo in National Lampoon's Vacation. You see more in the full frame video, which is why I kept the DVD, the original DVD, the snapper case. Yeah, it's got quite a bit more gore in it. It's got nudity in it too. Just the kill of Jason at the end, man, is just nasty gore. As far as practical effects, but it's still gross. You know, him hitting him in the head and the knife going through it. It's got where he gets whacked in his hand and his hand splits open. This is a pretty gnarly kill here. I read how they did it, and then Peter Anthony did a scene sort of replicating the how they did this in his Roseblood, as far as using a clear floor and seeing shit from below. Plus, man, you feel bad after you find out. I'm looking at this chick here trying to see her nude. She's all pregnant and shit. Whack. I love that right there. That is an awesome kill. I think that made my top kills list. If you guys on here, anybody watch, you should watch my top kills, my favorite kills. I've done two types. I've done my top Jason kills, my favorite ones, and then I did one where I had to pick one kill from each movie. I just posted that on Friday the 13th. I don't remember if she showed bush. I know she showed her more of her breasts. Yeah, I know. He split him right down to gonads, man, as they say. This girl here is pretty cute. I wish they had done more with her. Andy, dinner's on the table. Come home. I shouldn't drink moonshine while I'm watching these. Wouldn't there be blood on the floor and shit? Come on, man. If you go say fuck a condom, you gotta at least spell it right. Condom sex does not count. Oh my God. I'm not even reading that, bro. So here we are, and Bizarro Supergirl takes us up a notch, and Doug drags us back down. I'm just kidding. She's trying to look all cool and prim and proper in the hammock. This chick is awesome, man. She's reading Fangoria magazine. Got the article about Godzilla in it. What year did this come out? Where is this coming from? My man's cut in half. That's pretty gnarly kill right there too. I like that. She was She gets whacked. Her boyfriend got a gruesome kill. Both of them did. Both of them were two pretty gnarly kills, man. That kill was similar to the Kevin Bacon arrow one, but man, that's a much bigger knife coming through. Here's Chong making some popcorn in 3D. Hey Rick, if you're still watching, did the popcorn come out and make it look like you were getting ready to eat it? He's like, nah, I was just taking a shit and I couldn't get it out. No. Oh goodness. Yeah, where did these people come from anyway? I still want to know. Is it just their pot hookup? Or is that the reason the parents didn't mind them going because they got these fucking 40-year-olds with them? Your comment should be comment of the night. You mean I spelt it right? No, you didn't. You spelled it condom, D-U-M, dumb. Ah, that tickles me. Yeah, I know. You spelled it right the second time. I'll give you credit for that. You fixed it. That guy chopped in half over the hammock was pretty gory. Yep. So he basically split him in half, right? And then when he was falling over, then he probably whacked him to be able to carry him. Chong ain't got no shoes on. There's no way that's supposed to be mama. What the hell is that thing? Somebody kill a skunk? Got the little pinup girl on the wall. All right, all right, all right. Ain't no way this fucking guy knows anything about fuse boxes. I know how to turn it off and back on again. If it don't work, then I gotta get somebody to look at it. She don't know he really got his throat slit. Man, I'm smoking joints, man. That's pretty cool. I like how he just stands there in the background with his guy. That is now that gets weakest kill of the movie. So other than he completes the circuit and gets the lights back on, that is pretty weak ass kill. She gets a hot poker of death. This woman has got she's the worst actress in the movie as well. Watch her overacting this whole time. Look at her. She's got no look. Like yelling, but she ain't moving at all. Like she's not trying to hurry. She's just all nonchalant about it. Oh my god, let me walk as slow as I can. I'm not trying to hurry whatsoever. There's nobody there. Why wouldn't she still go out the door? Hey, would that kill her or would that, because it's hot, would that cauterize the wounds? Oh no. Oh man. Doug, you probably didn't wear a mask during COVID. You'd have to really trust that the person is exclusive, man. In this day and age. She has like the most non-80s hair there is, man. I'll give her credit for that. Man, his hair was big in the 80s usually. I smell something burning. It smells like somebody got stabbed through the gut and their gut's on fire. So you tell me that's like some fucked up Orville Redenbacher right there, man. I don't trust this guy. Well, they only had the one car, right? Or the van. So if the van and everything's still out there, they would know that they didn't just get up and leave them. And this is when Rick he's being held back by Jason, even though it's a cheesy looking kill, it's a cool kill. So it's one of those things where him squeezing his head and a damn eyeball popping out, becoming a pretty iconic kill, but it does look pretty cheesy. It doesn't look that bad when you're watching it in 3D though. I'll give you credit. You don't see the string as much or the wire or whatever. I had to. Unfortunately, it was hard to breathe in my asthma. I bet it was, man. Probably, man. Maybe she'd be okay if you wore your one of your Universal Monsters masks while you're doing it. You was talking about final girls, didn't he? Most of these movies. Friday the 13th, the first couple, I'd say the first I don't particularly like the girl in part 4, but definitely the first 3 has some really strong final girls, man, who really went toe to toe with Jason. So they talk about how Jason, how tough he is or not tough. He had 3 final girls in the first one that got each one of them got away from him. Like obviously he went back and killed the first one, but he didn't kill Jenny and he doesn't kill her. You mean Serbian? It's I don't think that's how you spell it, but yeah, I own the Serbian movie, Serbian film. Um, it's a pretty tough watch. I'll say that. The reason I bought it though is because I was afraid that eventually it might get pulled. It's pretty bad as far as some of the shit that they do in it. It's one of those things where I wanted to say that I at least watched it one time. But I don't know that I'd go back and watch it much again. It's got some pretty realistic violence in it. At least in one scene where the guy cuts the girl's head off while they're having sex. Um, Starry Eyes, I don't know. I've owned that film a long time. I don't remember where I bought that. It's a really good movie though. Here's where Jason gets his super strength, makes Rick eyes pop out. Yeah, I just already saw that. Yeah, Serbian film. That's a tough watch, man. You it's not for squeamish. So you was talking about that Starry Eyes. I think what I'm going to start doing on the channel, and you guys give me your opinion. Once a week, I was going to pick. Maybe I'll pick some of these ones of the movies I've been picking on my 31 Days of Horror. Is since I don't get a lot of views on my reviews, is I was considering maybe starting to pick movies like that and make recommendations of movies you should watch. I was thinking about calling it. Think of this. Listen, WTF, watch this film. So what do you think about that? Where I'm making recommendations of movies you may not have heard of and you should watch it. Collecting Hobbies Magazine. What's up? Why that? Peter Anthony, what's up, man? Hey, buddy, we were talking about you earlier. I was talking about Friday the 13th because we were watching part 3, and I was talking about Roseblood earlier. So I hope you're doing well. I know you're preparing for your role in your new movie. I may ever have a girlfriend again. Hard to say. I was a lot easier back in the day. I was skinnier and more girls on dating apps. Well, some girls don't say they don't mind the looks as much. Genius catch line. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So I got to design a logo, but that's what I was going to do. It's called WTF, and it was going to be watch this film. And like once a week, I was going to recommend like I don't want to do mainstream stuff like no, movies like Exorcist Believer and none of Saw X, none of that shit. It's literally going to be like that Starry Eyes, the one that I picked, like obscure horror movies or B-rated movies that I think if you're a general movie fan that you would like watching that I could recommend to people. Um, Whatever, dude. You cut a lot of weight, man. You look way better than I do. So, kudos to you for putting in the effort into that movie. I can't wait till you start making it and and actually be able to see it. You don't drive? I didn't know that, Doug. Is that your choice? Nothing wrong with that. My wife didn't drive when we got married. I actually taught her how to drive. Who I didn't pay any attention. I wasn't watching. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Who had the knife in the back of the shoulder blades there? Rick says hello, Peter. How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by, Peter, as always. I love that scene where she's coming at him with a knife, stabs him in the leg, in the kneecap almost, like above the knee. That shit would hurt. Pull that shit out of his leg. I like it when he throws the knife here. I think they should have done a little more 3D action with that because when I watched that in 3D, it really was coming towards her. It didn't do anything towards the screen. But yeah, once again, you got a final girl who's getting the best of Jason. So a lot of people make fun of the fact that Michael Myers gets a lot of the final girls getting the best of him. Jason does too in these first couple movies. Don't smoke or smoke weed, allergic to cats and dogs, plus people are crazy drivers, wouldn't be afraid to get hit. Yep, trust me. Every day I joke about it, but sometimes you have to, as they say, you have to laugh or you'll cry. My son and I, when we drive, when he works with me and we drive almost every day, we don't live in a huge city, but just driving and the amount of people that are non-drivers, as we call them, that are out there that almost hit you or do stuff. I'm almost afraid to let the company car that I drive, the Tesla, drive itself sometimes just because of how many crazy drivers are around us. Yeah, Jason does grunt a lot in this movie. This is one of my favorite Jasons with the mask. I don't like the look of Jason without the mask for some reason. I just don't like it in this one. I don't know. He just looks weird. But Jason in the mask, to me, this is one of the better ones. It's funny because I really like Jason Lives, but I don't particularly 100% like the look of Jason in that. As far as like with his gloves and shit. Where are you at? The iPod? No, we just passed that. We're at I paused it. Shit, I'm old, man. I can't see. Where are we at? Minute, basically, I mean, an hour and 20 minutes, maybe say. So we got 15 minutes left. Shit. I'd be more afraid to drive on high roads. Those are messed up. Yeah, I know, but I said this movie and Jaws 3, you'll get a little more respect to it if if you watch it in 3D. You'll get the concept of what they were trying to come across. The movies don't work. Jaws 3 definitely does not work well when it's not in 3D. That movie to me is if that movie is a C, I'm a Jaws fan, so I'm not going to give it a D or F. It takes it up a whole letter grade watching it in 3D. This movie's at least good whether you watch it in 2D or not. I got it on my cable recorder from Stars a couple months ago. Hey, just do me a favor. Anybody that's in the house, how did you find my channel? Was it on a movie hunt or what? I just always like to ask people, and I forget to ask you guys on the streams. Like collecting hobbies maximum. How did you find my channel? Yeah, I can imagine you got a lot of back roads up there, man. Jason grunting when Dana swinging the knife at him in the hallway. Yeah, we just passed that part. I got way more. Like I usually don't get a lot of traction on my reviews. I'm just not a big enough YouTuber yet where they would support my reviews. But I was really surprised, man. I got almost 800 views in 2 days on that Frasier review I did. I was really surprised. I've had some really decent views on some of the stuff lately. Like my movie hunts have been getting over 500 views. That Best Buy News one got 2,200 views. The new movie hunt I posted yesterday's got almost 600 views in one day. And that Big Lots one's got over 100 just in the last hour. So, yay team, anybody that supports me, I appreciate it. Yep, she's already out of the house now. She's in the barn. I did a movie review and unboxing. What movie review do you even remember? Yeah, back when I was younger, I didn't like those because of how cheesy the blood looked. It looked almost orange, but I understand what they were going for now. It's more like they didn't want to concentrate on that, and they were more on the tension and the horror. But yeah, I love Dario Argento movies now. I own Tenebrae. I don't think I did. I get that in 4K. I don't think so, but I got it on Blu-ray. I got Suspiria. I got that in 4K. I love the original Suspiria. I don't particularly like the remake. I don't know why. I think I didn't like some of the actors or actresses in it. Um, but yeah, I've got all of those Arrow Jello sets. It's like I got them right there. Is it 1, 2, 3? It's 5 of them with 3 movies in each one. You talking about 13 Sins? Yeah, I really liked it. It's more of it ramps up. It starts off where it's not horror at all. It's more of a thriller. And dude, it gets pretty psychological horror type toward the end. This is the part in the barn that I like this Jason the most when he's stalking. I think this is when he does the best job. And I like the fact that his sleeves aren't long enough on that shirt he got because he grabbed it off the clothesline. There's no way he should guarantee that those clothes are going to fit him. Toy hunt, and you stayed with me even though I don't do toy hunts anymore. I had to make a choice, man. Another YouTuber told me that they liked my channel, but that they only liked the toy stuff and they didn't like the movie stuff. And then another person told me they liked the movie stuff but not the toy stuff. So what I chose to do was stick with the movies because that's what I collect the most. But I collect some toys that are related to things that are on television and movies. So, I'm not going to go out and buy sports action figures, but I might buy like a Freddy or Jason or Leatherface figure. Like I got some toys here, like These are stuff I haven't put up, so they're just standing in a pile. I found the Leprechaun pop. I don't buy a lot of pops, but I got the Leprechaun pop at Ross for $4, and then behind it is all my NECA figures of Jason. I really got a mess back right here of stuff that I gotta clean up and decide where I'm gonna put in my room. I need to take another damn day off. Awesome. You say you watch like 54 seconds of my videos? That's what the girls probably tell you when you're in bed with them, that he averages 54 seconds. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I love this part here. Now I don't like the way he looks when he takes his mask off. I think it looks kind of cheesy. You can't be alive. You. He's like, yeah, baby, I came to finish the job. I'm gonna give you my hammer. So what was he chopping on this dude anyway? That's what I was like. He was chopping on him pretty hard when he was laying down there earlier. What was he chopping? Because he didn't he didn't have any blood all over him. No, they watch you. I know. I was just joking, man. I was just kidding. Whoop. So here's my thought back in the day. Other than blood loss, why would this kill anybody? I mean, she probably didn't go through the skull. I guess it's a combination of all the damage that he's done in the movie. Like, she stabbed him in the leg, blood loss from that. She hung him, so he's probably like half knocked out, and then she chopped him in the forehead. But the mask took a lot of that. So she's gonna get in the boat, the canoe, whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen this in a while. When does it turn into the point where she would be dreaming? I think I'm going to compile a video where I do all 31 movies that I picked for the 31 Days of Horror. Because I fucked up the first one, and it was like a minute and 1 second, so it didn't post as a short. I'm a OCD about that shit. It pisses me off. Yeah, well, the Jason in Part 4 is pretty intimidating too. I think it was either in the Crystal Lake Memories or one of those documentaries. They said that this wasn't the original ending. The original ending, I think, was supposed to be where they show Mrs. Voorhees' head. Was that the two? One of them was supposed to have it where they show her head on display. The Jason, almost said Michael. The Jason's got it, and that when they zoom in on it, right when they get close, her eyes open. That would have been total hot garbage. But this ending here is playing off the ending, obviously, of the first one. I just don't like that look of Jason right there. Dude, that water can't be but so deep. She should just get out. You're right there. The shore's right there. The edge of the water. So Jason slowly walks through the whole thing, and in this dream sequence, he's running. Running up that road, running up that hill, running up that building. That's tacky. I don't like that ending at all. I think it's cheesy. Yep, they just recreate part one all over again. Yep, part five is Roy Boy. No, it doesn't really tell me that as far as I know when somebody became a subscriber. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, she's like batshit crazy right here. Wouldn't be a surprise if she was one person. Oh, sensational cinema. I haven't heard from that person in a while. Said they hardly rewatch movies much these days. When I had a boyfriend without cable, my movie collection came in handy. Why do you guys collect? Yeah, I thought it might have been part two when I started saying that. Yep, she done gone batshit crazy now. I like how part four opens right here, exactly as he's laying there. And I think I did hear that they wanted Richard Brooker to come back and play Jason. So he's like a serial killer who's been wanted or whatever, and they don't have anybody doing anything to hurry up, expedite getting his body out of here. Pretty anticlimactic ending, if you ask me. Friday the 13th Part 3, they don't even do the 3D shit at the end. Jason Productions, Inc. Based on characters created by Victor Miller and Ron Kurz. I like the way she gets hysterical in the car. She's a good actor. Yeah, I do. I like her. I wish they had done something to bring her back. What made him choose his music, man? His music is hot garbage. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it just is out of place. It is, very 80s, but I don't know. That's weird. All right, so should I put what do you call it, a poll out there, or should we go ahead and choose now? So should we do Friday 13th Part 4? Should we do the original Halloween where we all have to use our own copies? Or should I pick? I'm pretty sure I'll go ahead. I was watching this on Vudu. This is where streaming does come in handy. And I'm not, um, I like physical media, but I'm not afraid to say that I use streaming sometimes. Shit. Um, where was I going to look? Um, Tubi. Is there any Halloween movies on Tubi? We probably should watch a Halloween movie next week. I'm gonna go open Tubi before we leave. We're gonna look at Doug is saying the music. Yeah, it's cool, but I mean it's just a little out of place. I would say we should start watching the Saw movies, but we need to wait until after next week because I heard a rumor that they may leave uh, Tubi pretty soon. Hold on a second. I dropped my phone. I'm trying to pick it up with my foot. Look at that shit. Fat guy lifted his foot up with phone up with his foot. So yeah, let me make sure there's no other Halloween movie on here. I'm on Tubi right now. I'm gonna look. Hello. My remote's not working. All right, there we go. I can't see shit. I'm nearsighted, so I have to wear glasses to see far away. Is it even still on here? They tried to copy the end of part 1. Yeah, I know. The end is very anticlimactic. Says you that I subscribed. How did it tell you that? Where'd you look? Is Rob Zombie's Halloween still on here? What kind of shit is this? I don't see it. Let me type in Rob Zombie. God damn it. Come on. Trying to use the remote to type. We could watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's on Peacock. We need to watch that one day. Come on. You know, I don't think Halloween's on here anymore. When I click choose Rob Zombie, Lords of Salem is on there, 31, House of 1,000 Corpses. I don't think Halloween's on there anymore. Well, ain't that hot, Dookie? So when I pick Lords of Salem, it's not on there. Well, ain't that some shit? All right, so are we going to watch? What are we going to watch next week? Yeah, I know I did that. Well, yeah, but you got how many subscribers you got? I'm on Studio, and when I go to subscribers, see, it doesn't even show me that. I'll check it out. It says the top searches that people have used to find my channel are Halloween Trilogy 4K Steelbook, Blu-ray haul, and horror steelbook. That's weird. Yeah, I've got 79 in the last 28 days. I'm also trying to use the app to do it, so either way. The Mutilator. I just searched. I can't find it. It's on there? What did you use to find it? Yeah, dude, it ain't coming up for me. Yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween was on there last week, so that's another thing about streaming. See, you never know when you're gonna lose shit. So you're just basically at the mercy of whatever they've got on their streaming service. All right, so do we want to watch Friday 13th Part 4 or do we want to watch the original Halloween? It was in my theater last year as part of like one of those Fathom events. I went to see it. You want me to put up a poll? Part 4. We can watch Part 4 if you want. Or we could watch one of the Halloweens. Let's probably a bunch of shit on Peacock, man. I'm gonna do a video, I think, during the week of why I think people should give Halloween Ends another chance. Let me look on Peacock real quick. So, should I put a poll up? Friday the 13th, Part 4, the original Halloween, or something else? I like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It's really ironic that Halloween Ends uses that font. All right, we got two people that said Friday 13th, Part 4. So we're going to watch Friday 13th, Part 4. See, they moved it then. See, I guess Tubi lost it when it went to Peacock. Pretty much everybody here owns the Friday the 13th franchise. I thought maybe we wouldn't do Halloween since it is Halloween. Yeah, Peacock's got Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, Halloween 2, the original, Halloween 2018, and Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and then it's got Halloween 3. So basically the Universal Miramax ones. Part 4 is fine. Then it's Part 4 it is. Yes, it did have more gore in it. Halloween Ends had a couple good gore scenes in it though, but it weren't Michael. Like I liked when Corey killed the radio DJ. That was kind of cool. The person that he ran over with the truck, bashed her head in. That whole sequence, that was kind of cool. I think people just couldn't get over the fact that Michael wasn't the focal point of it. But at that point, it was just as much about Haddonfield and the after effects of Michael Myers as it was just Michael Myers himself. And I was okay with that. Dude, I got a dozen other Halloween movies if I want to watch just Michael killing people. I mean, I was happy to get something different. Yeah, I've got YouTube Studio on my phone and it doesn't. Yeah, I'd have to look at it like that. You're looking at it on the website. Yeah, it doesn't look like that on the phone. When I'm in the YouTube Studio and I'm looking at that and I hit subscribers or analytics, and then I go to subscribers, it only shows me how many subscribers I've gotten in the last 28 days. I'll do it on the website and see. Yeah, it's probably not. That's another reason that, like I said, that I like physical media. Who wants to set every fucking time you want to watch a movie and then, oh, is it on Peacock? Oh, is it on Paramount? Oh, is it on Netflix? Oh, is it on? This thing got too watered down. What happened was when the studios like Disney and Paramount and all them, they were licensing their stuff out. And when they decided they wanted to make their own streaming service, everything got watered down and like divided up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll have to go to the website instead of the app. So yeah, that's one of the issues that I see is the it's too many streaming services and you have to search the web to find out which streaming service has it. Yeah, when I searched for, well, Peacock has all the WCW WWE NXT stuff because they're WWE's part of Peacock right now. Only problem I've got with Pluto TV is Tubi 2 or 3 times during a movie would make you watch 5 or 6 ads. Pluto TV has a ton of ads. It's like every 10 minutes, like television puts on a bunch of ads. So I don't mind Pluto TV. It's just how many ads they have. So where did you go on here after you got the studio up to see this recent subscribers? Medicated movie reviews, orphan admin, and couponing girl recently subscribed. Does it let you do a search? I mean, because it didn't do me any good. Somebody named Chris Duckworth subscribed to me today. Peter Power Pop. Pugwall 316. 808 Physical Media. It does tell me whether I'm subscribed to them or not. Yeah, medicated movie reviews. Yeah, with me having like 2,400, I mean, it would be hard for me to go back and find. I'd have to go all the way back to the beginning. I wonder who my first subscriber was. Let's see. Well, I'm not counting now. My first subscriber was my brother-in-law. My second subscriber ever was Horror Pack. Man, and I was bashing them earlier. Yeah, oh no, bummer. I remember Halloween Havoc, the Black Scorpion Angle, another match between Abdullah the Butcher, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. Spin the wheel, make the deal was what they would do on Halloween Havoc. Oh, it's pretty cool. I remember I know some of these people that subscribed to me back in the day. Oh man. Legend Killer 23, when I used to do toys, subscribed to me and he's unsubscribed. This is kind of cool though. I don't see you. And when do you know when you found my channel? Doug. I'll look through it. I'm gonna find out when you subscribed. That'd be kind of funny. Either way, I don't want to waste everybody's time. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. So it looks like we're watching Friday the 13th Part 4 next. That's what we'll do. I was thinking maybe you guys might want to watch a Halloween movie, but you guys choose. So Friday 4. I'll have to find a good poster. So that's the final chapter. It's got a couple of my favorite kills in it. They were on my list. So that'd be interesting. We will talk about that. Obviously got Corey Feldman in it. So that's kind of cool. Joseph Zito directed that. You have Halloween 4? I've got them all. I'll have to let you know what. We're going to watch Friday the 13th Part 4 next week. We had 3 different people say it, so that's what we're going to watch. I don't really care. I mean, it's about you guys. I mean, I could have put a poll up. You're the odd Doug out. Well, how many Dougs we got? Friday 13th 4, Halloween 4 is on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not watching no shit on YouTube though. It's probably either cut or it's a bootleg, and I don't want to get in the middle of it and then somebody asks why we're watching movies off of YouTube. Either way. Oh, you talking about the odd Doug? I don't know when you and it was another Doug that subscribed around the same time, and I would always get the two of you confused. And I don't. He doesn't watch as much now, but he's got some stuff going on personal, and I do talk to him on the side. So the other Doug is here in spirit. So either way. All right, it's 12 o'clock. I got to go to work early in the morning, so I think I'm gonna head off. Anybody that's watching now or after the fact, you need to like the video. I command you. Comment down below. Let me know your favorite parts, Friday 13 Part 3. And then next week, we'll watch Friday 4, and you can do the same thing. Really appreciate all you guys that showed up for the stream and enjoyed this movie with us. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I'll get ready to start my exit video here. So, unless you got any other questions, Doug. Good night, Jeff and everyone. Yeah, I had a great time too. This is a really good movie. I love all the Friday the 13th movies, even the cheesy ones. So, oh, I know. Duck out. But yeah, there was another Doug on the channel though. The two of you were talking to me at the same time, and I would also often get the two of you confused. That was before I started talking to you, obviously more, and we became online friends. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that supports me all the time. Watch the Big Lots hunt that I posted right before I came on here. Keep watching the 31 Days of Horror. I've recommended a mix of mainstream movies along with some oddball stuff. And then, like I said, let me know if you think that's a good idea to start that movie review series I was talking about. Yeah, I'll look and see if I see your name on there. So, Doug, say goodbye, everybody. And that's what I'm saying. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. Keep supporting me, and I'll keep making great content. I love all you guys, whether it be Bizarro, Supergirl, Dougie, Collecting and Hobbies. You know, Rick, who usually starts out the stream. Your last night of freedom. He's got to work some overtime. Arturo, appreciate you coming on here. Peter Anthony, as always, likes to duck in and make his presence felt. Appreciate him as well. So all you mainstays, I really appreciate it. Let's keep physical media alive. I love you guys. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMAN316, and I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.